Yeah. Hold on. Rook guy, thank you so much for the 2 on the blue out with the V. I appreciate you, man. It says, Dear Donald, everything seems like a conspiracy when you understand nothing. I
Yeah,
mean,
he could be right. I maybe just an imbecile. I don't know.
I didn't use that word, but I, I just think like if you don't maybe understand how the electoral system works or voting works, you may think it's a conspiracy that some
What
other
Well,
people are
I
deciding.
just know in the end, and I'll let you go. I'm gonna still listen, but that here's one person, who, and you know, I've been unpleasantly surprised at some of the things that Donald Trump has done. So
Like
I'm
what?
not.
What sort of things are you unpleasantly surprised on? You guys
Uh,
marked 45K new guests, 45,000 likes. Go ahead, man. Sorry.
him sending ICE into people's jobs and courts,
That
and
you're so. He said he was going to do that.
well, I mean, I don't. To be fair, I left out a detail, and this is just, I have a full life, but I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in 5 years.
That's like
I,
being surprised that like Biden was old or something. Like,
well, I mean,
like
I didn't know that he said we're going to send ICE into people's jobs and courts and family court. I did not know that he had pre-announced all that when he was wanting the votes
yeah. I
for
mean,
that.
sure. Not only did he heavily suggest that he was going to do things like that, that was in Project 2025 as well. The whole plan, the whole layout of what we're currently doing right now. A lot of people didn't believe it. They thought it was like fake news, but it was there. That information.
Well, I'll have to mark your channel and then start watching it a little more to get
Sure,
informed. I
sure,
didn't know that.
sure. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. I always tell people to verify things on on their own time. Never take my word for it. But yeah, absolutely verify it.
Yeah, well, thanks for your time, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go and bring you down. All right, take care,
Okay.
guys. I may need to restart. It looks like I'm on a restriction. I think it's because I called that other guest a PUSSY. I think because it's for harassment and bullying. So I may need to
Double,
restart here pretty shortly.
you need to
What's up?
stop talking about cats.
Hilarious. Uh, what's up, guest?
Hey, are you familiar with who Richard Grinnell is?
No, but I do need to know your age real quickly before we have the conversation,
39.
please.
Yeah,
All right, Richard.
39.
Not off the top of my head. Why?
So he was the highest ranking openly gay cabinet member appointed by Trump in his first
Oh,
term.
sure. Yeah.
Okay, and then only to
Mhm.
be exceeded by current Scott Bessent, who is now the newest highest ranking openly gay cabinet member
Yeah.
appointed by also Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So that kind of doesn't fit your narrative there, does it?
No, I think when you write several executive orders and there's 500 plus anti-LGBT bills put forward by Republicans, I think that sort of outweighs a random gay dude that's in the cabinet.
It's not a random gay dude. It was selected by Donald Trump.
Right.
All Republicans are not.
But if there's been 500 anti-LGBT bills this year put forward all by Republicans, and
By
Trump has
Donald
put
Trump?
forward no, those are by Republicans. But as far as Trump, he has wrote numerous executive orders harming the LGBT plus community. I think those actions sort of matter more than a guy that you hire. Just what
But
I
again,
mean?
it's not a guy. It's the highest
What
ranking
is a
cabinet
guy?
member.
Yeah, he's a guy.
No, not just a guy. Like you're minimizing it by saying he's just a guy, right? But he was
Yeah,
the
but that
highest
doesn't.
ranking
I know I don't give a
ever.
shit though. That doesn't take away. So let's say everybody in his cabinet is gay, yet he writes an executive order saying I'm banning gay marriage. That
But
matters
that
more to
never
me than
happened,
the.
though.
You
So
you
wait,
don't
where
under.
did he
You're
ban
missing
gay
my
marriage?
point. You're missing my points. My point is that the things that you do that are put into law matter a fuckload more than somebody who you happen to have in your cabinet. That's my point.
But shouldn't your point be based in reality? You could just say
It is
anything.
reality. Yeah, it is reality. The executive
So when did
orders
he
are
ban gay
reality.
marriage?
The executive orders are reality and harming people. You missed the point. The
But what
point
are
is he has.
but you didn't
You
give a
want
real
to?
example.
You weren't letting me because you kept saying that he has a gay guy in his cabinet, therefore he's not anti-LGBT. But anti-LGBT. So we can go through the executive orders, sure.
That you're saying that Donald Trump put into place. It
Well,
got
executive
passed
orders are
through.
no
The
executive
You
orders
executive
don't
don't.
need to be passed through. They're
Yeah,
just
you
written.
don't pass an executive order. By the way, can I just ask a question? How long was Richard Grenell in his position for?
Long enough to be the highest ranking cabinet member ever appointed.
It was about 6 weeks. 6 weeks. So he
Why
put him
was
in a
that?
position.
Why was that?
Does it
Probably,
matter?
probably
It
because he
does,
said
because
something
Trump
negative about
appointed him,
Trump.
and he couldn't get through Congress, but that wasn't Trump. Trump appointed him.
Oh, let me check.
So you're speaking on something you don't know about, huh? You Googled something
Yeah,
real quick with a gotcha,
yeah,
but you don't even know what you're talking
Erica, or not Erica. Guess again. I don't care if everybody in his cabinet is gay. That doesn't take away from the executive orders.
about. But you haven't given a specific example of an executive order. I'm giving you real facts.
Well, I can, but I can.
Okay.
We haven't gone to that part of the conversation. Banning gender affirming
Cool.
care for anyone under the age of 19 is incredibly harmful towards one's
No, it's
own
not.
health. And
No, it's not.
well, let me talk about it. Let me go through it.
To have a
Let me
minor
go
have
through it.
surgery.
Hey, I'm talking. Let me explain why. Because all of the data shows that when they were given gender affirming care, compared to all of the transgender kids that wanted gender affirming care but couldn't get it, rates of depression lower incredibly, rates of anxiety lower incredibly, rates of substance abuse lower incredibly, rates of them self-unaliving themselves lower incredibly. So if you're pro-life, which I assume you are because you're a conservative, you would be for gender affirming care.
Not for minors.
So you're not pro-life.
Hang on. What is gender affirming care?
It could be a various amount of things. It could be hormones. It could be surgeries. None of which should be implemented before your frontal lobe is completely developed.
It could also be counseling, couldn't it?
I mean, if you want to
Yes.
get semantics, sure.
No, it's
And
part
do
of
you
the
think-
umbrella. Yeah.
Do you think that more people under the umbrella of gender affirming care have counseling or hormones or surgeries?
Do you think that order was targeted
I'm
towards
sorry.
counseling?
I asked you a question. Please don't answer a question with a question.
I'm asking you to clarify.
What are you asking me to clarify?
The order that he passed was a ban on counseling?
It was an order on gender affirming care, which includes counseling.
If they're going to a psychologist or a therapist for potential gender dysphoria, that would be gender affirming care. Yeah.
But I'm saying the order that you're referring to said that you're not allowed to see a psychologist. I'm confused.
Well,
where is that language? Where's that
you're
language?
not allowed to have gender affirming care.
It says gender affirming care. Yeah. It includes gender affirming. It includes gender affirming treatments, which would include seeing a therapist or a psychiatrist, and then obviously surgeries.
Yeah, I'm saying, can you cite that from a source, or are you just kind of
his executive order? His executive order.
Yeah, I would like to see the language about therapy, any counseling, any of that language would suffice.
Yeah, gender affirming treatments, but listen, it says gender affirming treatments, but listen, banning the other things is still harmful though, anyways. And but I am though. But you're reasoning that they're not old enough to make the decision. You wouldn't say that with any other surgery that a kid would get for anything else. Are they old enough to get back surgery if they have horrible back pain that would require surgery? Are they old enough to make that decision? Or is that different?
Actually, it's interesting you would say that. I'm actually going through an issue right now with my back, and actually they suggest that you put off surgery as late as possible in life with your back.
Sure, but I'm not saying that.
So if they back surgery to a minor,
I understand. But if it requires such, are they allowed to make that decision? Or if they broke their knee, should they get surgery?
So you're saying that people that need gender affirming care are broken?
Can you answer the question? I want to make sure that you're being consistent in saying that the kids
are
old, not old.
Injury,
right? So the kids are old enough to make decisions then. So that's not the reasoning.
That's an emergency.
It is a decision. It is a decision to go through with it. Is it or is it not a decision to get to surgery?
Not if it's an emergency, dude. You can get an infection.
It's a decision, though. But it's a decision.
If you neglect it, you will die. You'll get an infection in your leg and you'll die.
Exactly. Same with gender affirming care. If you neglect treatment for gender dysphoria, all the data says otherwise.
Unaliving yourself is not the same thing as being unalived by an outside force.
So you don't care about them unaliving themselves. So you're not pro-life. You don't care about them unaliving themselves. You don't care about the well-being of kids or anybody, it seems.
No, I care about the well-being of kids. I'm saying
then you should be for gender affirming care.
You can't even get a tattoo or an ear piercing until you're 18
A
years old.
tattoo
But
or
you can,
ear piercing doesn't help. Isn't
yes,
for the
it does.
benefit of.
How do you know?
Hey,
I
hey,
know a
hey,
lot of people in high school,
okay,
they were
a
gothic, and those
tattoo or
piercings made them feel
piercing doesn't
great.
lower the rate. It doesn't
It
lower the
lowered
rates
your
of them at all
depression rate.
liking themselves.
Absolutely it does.
Provide evidence of it. Provide evidence, and then I
People
will
get inked
advocate.
all the
Provide
time.
evidence of it, and then I will advocate for tattoos for minors. I will advocate for it as long as you provide the data.
You've never heard of somebody getting a tattoo to make
No, I
themselves feel
want data.
good?
I want data to show that it lowers the rates of unaliving. But it's not an approved
It's an
medical treatment.
outlet.
Though.
People do it instead of harming
It's not an
themselves.
approved medical treatment. That's the point.
Also, there are in fact some US states where a minor can get a tattoo with parental consent.
Yeah, with parental yes, exactly.
And minors can't get any gender affirming care without parental or guardian consent.
Yes, but one is permanent. You realize that, the difference here.
Yes,
If you
a tattoo, you're
remove
right.
your
A tattoo,
genitals,
you're right. A tattoo
They're
is
not. That's not
permanent.
happening. That's not approved for anyone under the age of 18.
And you're right. A tattoo is permanent. I agree with you.
You can say you can get a tattoo removal thing, but it still doesn't look like how it did before, and it's painful from what I've heard. Guys, we can get to a new guest at 50,000 likes. We are looking for opposition. Hey, you there?
and real quick, this executive order, did that say that that the government couldn't fund it, or that it just simply wasn't able to happen?
I can read through the whole thing. So, this order aims to prevent gender-affirming care for Americans under 19 by withholding federal funding and directing agencies to take steps to prevent various gender-affirming treatments, which include surgeries, therapy, hormone blockers, etc. It characterizes gender-affirming care for minors as chemical and surgical mutilation. So, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So it just did clarify. So you exposed yourself there. So therapy is not included in that
I
list,
didn't
right?
expose any. I didn't expose
Chemical or
anything.
mutilation was
I
part of
didn't
the bill.
expose anything. I
It
didn't expose
didn't. It didn't say
anything.
therapy.
I
in that
didn't
last
expose
sentence, did it?
anything.
Read it again where it says therapy.
Gender affirming treatments.
It says chemical or mutilation.
Gender affirming treatments. And even so, I'm still against it. Even if it doesn't include therapy, I'm still against it.
You can't have a caveat. It's one of the
I'm
other.
still against it. Even if I grant you this, I'm still against this executive order.
So because they don't want taxpayer dollars to allow minors to mutilate their body, he doesn't.
They're not mutilating. It
says the mutilate, right? You just said
I don't care what he says.
That's what the
doesn't
order
make it so.
says.
If he makes
On
an
behalf
executive
of
order
it.
saying the Earth is flat, that doesn't make the Earth flat. Okay.
But
So
he didn't
he
make
also
that.
said it all. You're missing the point because your IQ is so fucking low.
No, you're giving hyperbolic examples.
You writing an executive order doesn't make something true. I don't know why I have to explain that to you.
Except there's funding attached to it. There's money attached to it.
But also directing agencies to take steps to prevent it. That's also doing it.
Yes, agencies that would require taxpayer dollars to run.
It says that beforehand.
Entities.
Oh my God! By withholding federal funding,
shut up.
By withholding federal funding and directing agencies to take steps to prevent all these gender-affirming care treatments. And again, even if I grant you that, I'm still against it. Are you there?
Yeah, I keep getting muted.
Okay. Yeah, the whole point is that this is harmful towards kids. Kicking transgender people out of the military is harmful towards people who had a fucking job. We can go through all the other executive orders that are harmful despite him having a gay person in his cabinet.
Okay. I mean, you're being completely disingenuous, so...
How?
Well, I would like to know, how much was the federal government paying for gender-affirming care for minors?
Probably significantly, probably 1 day's worth of the Iran war.
Well,
I would venture to guess.
I would be interested for you to show us that the federal government was in fact spending money on hormone treatments or surgeries for minors.
So then this executive order is a non-issue. They're not even losing anything, you're claiming, huh?
No,
They weren't even funding much of it to begin with. So now you're just making an uproar about nothing.
Hang on a minute. So then, can you tell me why would Donald Trump pass an? What would be the purpose of Donald Trump? What would be if they're not spending any money? What would be the only purpose of Donald Trump passing this executive order?
To prevent it from future events possibly ramping up.
It won't prevent future events because under his presidency, it's not going to be able to happen anyway. And an executive order can immediately be withdrawn by the next president. So it's not going to prevent anything. So again, what would be because I know what the purpose of him doing this would be.
What, posturing, political posturing?
I think it's to make people like you angry.
How does that make me angry?
Because it makes you think it is happening.
You claimed it's happening and that it's saving all these lives. Now you're saying it wasn't even happening. I'm not angry. You're confused.
Well, can I just clarify something? Because you don't seem to understand, you can't, whatever your name is. I never claimed that federal funds were being spent on gender affirming treatment for young people. What I said was that young people are receiving gender affirming care. Now, the vast majority of that, at least the vast majority, unless you can prove differently, is paid for by medical insurance or out of pocket by parents. So again, the only point in Donald Trump doing this would be to make people like you think that he's doing something to target trans people. That would be the only reason. Or alternatively, just to own the libs. Neither of those is a good thing.
Okay, but that completely goes against your original claim that he is preventing minors from getting their lives saved.
No, the original claim.
So both can't be true.
The original claim was that he was passing executive orders that target the trans community, and that is still true.
That affected them by facilitating them unaliving themselves because they couldn't receive the care they needed, was your claim.
No, targeted. No, you misunderstand the conversation.
Oh, you're trying to
No, you misunderstand the conversation. And by the way, I don't know how you've suddenly developed so much background noise. It's strange. But what Doug was explaining what gender affirming care is to you, because I asked you what gender affirming care was and you didn't know.
I told you, I listed everything. Hormones, are you tracking this? You asked me, I said hormones, surgeries, and then you guys added in therapy. Are you part of this conversation?
So you didn't.
I said I don't know, or I said hormones and surgeries.
So you didn't, in fact, name everything that is gender affirming care.
No, you said I said the words I don't know, when in fact I listed several examples. Now you're just being completely facetious.
No, that isn't what facetious means.
Yes, it is. You're telling me I said something that I didn't.
No, facetious means I'm being, yeah.
No, you're being facetious.
Facetious means.
Then what does facetious mean?
Facetious means being sarcastic, or as we would say in the UK, taking the piss.
No, facetious is when you're saying something and you know you're bullshitting. That's what it means. You can call it sarcasm or whatever. It's intentionally saying something untrue. If you want to attach sarcasm to it, great. You're lying.
You're mixing it up. That's fictitious.
No, I know fictitious. I'm not saying the word fictitious. I'm not saying the word fictitious. Facetious, you're saying something that's not true and trying to pass it off as true, whether it's in a sarcastic manner or not.
put me on the big screen. Put me on the big screen. Okay, facetious is an adjective used to describe speech or behavior that is joking, humorous, or witty, but often in a way that is inappropriate, ill-timed, or not meant to be taken seriously. That, sir, is what facetious means. Learn words.
Play thread.
What makes you think that MAGA people hate LGBTQ? What makes you think? How is Trump harming the community? I just got here. Okay. Go ahead, shoot. Did he really? Because I don't think we did. But okay, go ahead. Anyway, number one. No, that's fine. That's fine. Number one. Now what? What else? Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about that bill. But go ahead. Tell me another one. All right. Executive order, whatever you want to call it. Okay, we're not going to argue about it. Okay. So, tell me what else. Okay. 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 Why should I care? I'm not transgender. I'm not LGBTQ. But first of all, I'm not. I no, you don't. You have not proved the topic. When you say mega, you say mega hate all LGBTQ. What you said was why do mega hate LGBTQ? Why do they? Why? What do you mean? Why do they? We don't hate LGBTQ. We don't. We don't care. We don't care. Go ahead. Really? Okay. All right. Whatever. No. Well, no, I do care about people. Hmm. So you're saying
Which
that just because I don't care about LGBTQ people being kicked out of the military is mean I hate LGBTQ people.
I can't take the way you can't read letters
Is
in
that
the
what you're saying?
alphabet.
Is that what you're saying? What do you mean I don't care about their well-being? Just because they don't want to be what? Just because they don't need to be in the military, don't mean they can't go find a job somewhere else, right? Am I correct? Or just because they're LGBTQ, they can't find a job nowhere else?
Literally cannot take you saying the letters in the wrong order anymore. Like, are you
I
okay?
don't
They're
care what.
literally on the screen. All you have to do is read them out.
So why are you pointing that out? What does it matter how I say it? I don't understand why y'all take something like that and ride on it. What do you care how I say it?
Do you say
It's
things wrong a lot that people always
yeah, I do.
point out?
Okay, yeah, I do.
Okay.
Okay, how's that? Does that make you happy?
No,
I mean,
why would it make me happy? I just
okay,
asked a question.
okay. So why are
I
you
don't,
pointing that out? We're not having that conversation. We're having a conversation on whether I hate LGBTQ 5978, whatever they'll call them. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand. Yeah, right. Are you so okay? So you said that. Okay, all right, and we've established that whatever you know. What else has he done to hurt the community? No, 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 no. That's not. Here we go. Here we go. No, I'm just no, just. Oh my God. I don't understand. Then he okay, so he would let's say harmful to them. Let's say okay, you can't hold a job in America. You can't go to college. You can't walk down the street. You can't eat in restaurants with regular people. Time out. I'm talking. I let you talk. Let me talk. Don't talk over me. I'm not talking over you. Okay. Okay. So what I'm saying. Yeah, you muted me. You muted me. Yeah, whatever. I didn't touch the screen. I didn't mute myself. I didn't remute me. I didn't mute me because I didn't touch the screen. Okay. All right. So what I'm saying is, if you segregate people and say you can't go to this restaurant, you can't go to this school, you can't like they used to do to black people, which is wrong. Absolutely wrong. That's harmful to people. If they can live their own normal life and go to work and eat and go to restaurants just like everybody else can,
um, can they
that's not
use
harmful. I
can
don't
they use
understand why you think that's harmful.
can they go to the toilet in public places?
They can go to the right toilet places.
Oh,
Yes.
there it
What's
is.
If
what's
they're
the
a man,
role?
they go to man. If they're a woman,
What's
they
the
go to
what's
woman.
the what's the but
All you
a
got to do
trans
is go to
man?
the restroom. It used to say whites only. Now it's the women's. You go to that one, okay? All right. Don't go to the men's. All right. We don't know how to handle that. Okay. You're gonna go to the women's only. Thank you.
If you are a woman,
Years of practice.
if you're a woman, if you're a woman, what's between your legs is what restroom you go to. Okay, period. End of discussion.
Hang on though. Well,
Huh?
between my legs most of the time is someone else's head. So which restroom do I go
Oh,
to?
here we go. Now you're being stupid. What was you born with, ma'am? Was you
What
born
was
with
I?
a penis or was you born with the other one?
No, what would no? I'm saying if I
Well,
had to.
the question is, I asked the question. I
I'm
asked the question. I asked the question, lady. Was you born with a penis or not?
well, you just called me lady, so you've obviously
Okay.
decided already.
Okay. Was you born with a penis, person? If you want to be called a person, okay. Was you born with a
Well,
penis?
the doctor was a bit of an idiot who was in the room. I don't know whether I'd go so far as to call him a penis.
Was his name Richard?
It was actually.
Oh, well, there you go.
Now you're being stupid.
Are we?
Yeah, you really are.
You're the one sitting here saying that they need to go to a bathroom that doesn't match their identity. I'm sorry, dude. if I saw a grown ass man walking into a women's bathroom,
Yeah.
I would be a little concerned,
I
right?
would be concerned too.
Oh, would you now?
Yeah, I would. I just said
Until you find out that there is
I said-
what?
I said if
Until
you're
you
a
find
man-
out that there is what, female genitalia?
you can tell the difference between a man and a woman, dude.
No, the
If
fuck
can't,
you
got a
can't.
problem.
I promise you,
Yes,
you're
you
gonna
can.
lose
You
that.
got a problem.
You're gonna lose that.
No,
you're
you're
gonna
not.
lose that.
You've lost your mind if you think you can't tell the difference between a man and a woman. Okay? Come on, dude. Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious? Really? Seriously? 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 I tell you what, my granddaughter, listen to me. My granddaughter walks in the bathroom and a man, right. Absolutely, because she's not going to the bathroom with my daughter.
Yeah.
You had someone I'd never heard of in the requests earlier. Did you notice that, Doug?
Hey, what's up?
I am. Can you hear me?
$62.
41.
Oh, god damn it, guys! People on YouTube, I'm sorry. I keep accidentally muting myself. Sorry. I must have been muted for 5 minutes there. All right, guys. So what do you guys want to speak on? Go ahead, Joel, first, and then Brendan.
I'm just going to say one thing and get off, and that is that some of the most influential people in my life have been gay people. Had the biggest effect on me, brought me the most joy in my life, helped me develop as a human being. So I love I love people. I love gay people. I love straight people. The only thing I don't love is agendas. I don't like conservative agendas. I don't like gay agendas. I don't like progressive agendas. And that's what I feel. There's too much of an alliance with agendas and policies instead of just loving people
Okay.
that you mesh with and get along with.
What do you mean
Let
by
us
the
love
agenda?
people.
Yeah, for sure. What do you mean by the agenda?
I feel like when I say an agenda where you have to accept this, you have to like this, you can't criticize this person or this group.